It's currently the year 2021. Nintendo is almost 4 years into their current console, the Nintendo Switch, a handheld console hybrid. It's crazy to believe that this thing is so old already, in comparison to systems like the Game & Watch, which Nintendo recently just went ahead and celebrated last year by releasing this cute little handheld Mario system. And then a few years ago, Nintendo celebrated the original Nintendo and the Super Nintendo by releasing these classic bad boys right here that have a bunch of games built in. And the fact that we have that Game & Watch now leads a lot of us to believe, why hasn't Nintendo done that same thing for this? The original Game Boy came out in 1989 in North America and Japan, and these systems are great. They're super beefy. There's a huge modding community that's built around these, around Game Boy Advances, Colors, SPs, Micros, you name it. But there's still something about having that original piece of hardware in pristine condition, you know, in its original format, not modifying it or anything. Unlike this one I have here, which it's a little sketchy. That's not too bad right now. Maybe it just needed a little warming up. But as far as the screen goes, there's tons of dust underneath here. There's even like a line on the side here because I believe one of the strips inside is actually like going bad. I picked this up at a garage sale for I think $5 or $10. And you know, they last super long off of batteries. And I mean, the Game Boy library is huge. They're a beautiful thing. But as you can assume, Nintendo doesn't make original Game Boys anymore. The only way to get one, to mod one or anything, is to go on the secondhand market, to find one on eBay, to go to a garage sale and be lucky enough, find one at a thrift store. And with me being a fairly big collector, I would say, I go to a lot of thrift stores and things like that to try and find games. And even I didn't believe what I happened to find at a garage sale. This right here is an original Game Boy from the 90s, from 1989. I'm not sure exactly, but it's around that era, and it is still sealed. Which, when you think about it, who does that? Who back then buys a system like this and doesn't open it and play it into the ground like this system? And you know, there could be many different reasons. Maybe there was a collector that anticipated this sort of thing. Maybe Grandma bought it for Billy, put it in the closet, and then years later it was found and she'd completely forgotten all about it. And there it was still, but Billy's now much older and he doesn't like the Game Boy at all, so it went to Goodwill, or you know, who knows how things like this happen. But somebody held on to this for 30-ish years, and now I have it. And I kind of want to open it. So if you're curious, why would I ever want to open something like this? So the story is, I found this at a garage sale. It was here in Oregon. It was a collector that had a bunch of comic books. And so I go to this garage sale, and he has a Super Nintendo that has Final Fantasy II and Shadowrun complete in box. And then he also had this with a ton of complete in box games, which I ended up getting rid of most of them because they were things I didn't want, but they were all in pristine condition. Apparently used to work for a comic book shop in town, and he got this from somebody when he was working there. I can't remember if he said it was from the boss at the time or the owner, or if some customer brought it in, but he picked it up, held onto it for a long time. I'm not sure if he planned on opening it, but he just wanted some cash and was looking to sell it. And I got this I paid a lot of money for this, I'll be real, but it was also a very good deal. It was the kind of deal that I was like, oh no, if I walk away from this, I'm never gonna find this again. But it was definitely reasonable when it came to what this is. But the reason I want to open it now is because, so I've done some more research, and most Game Boys, it seems back then, some of them were shipped with plastic or like paper Nintendo like tape on the sides, right on the front here, and then right on the back here, right where the little flap is. And this one doesn't have that. But some Game Boys also seem to have been shipped shrink wrapped as well. And now it seems like Nintendo was, you know, back in the 80s and 90s, things were very inconsistent. You know, there wasn't a set way of doing things. They were still figuring out a lot of this on the go. So it seems like there's a potential that some Game Boys were also shipped not sealed. And we see that same sort of thing nowadays with the Nintendo Switch. Switches don't ship with little circle stickers on them, or they're not wrapped, nothing. They're just, there they go, into the glass case. And I'm not really sure why Nintendo does that, but that's what they do. And so doing some research online, a lot of people told me that they think that this is not an official seal because the tape that you see on this is literally something that you would almost expect to see like at your grandmother's house. It's very standard Scotch tape, but the thing with it is it looks like it's been here a long time. And there's really no signs on the box of it having been wrapped differently or like been taped prior with, you know, that Nintendo tape that we were talking about. And so the reason I really want to open this is because my biggest fear is opening this or, you know, selling this to someone down the road or trading it for something else crazy, like a copy of Earthbound, like I've been dying for forever, you know, like, and they get it, and it turns out there's not a Game Boy in here. And it's going to hurt my soul to open this. Very much as some of you, it's going to hurt to watch me do this, but at the same time, there's something appealing about opening up and being able to play a 30-year-old Game Boy, brand new, what it feels like would be off the shelf in the year 2021. You shouldn't be able to do that. That is a privilege given to gods, not mere humans like me or us, but for a little bit of time, we could potentially have that right here. I'm Zion from Nintendo Life, and today, in the year 2021, we're going to be cracking open an original, to my knowledge, factory-sealed Game Boy from the year 1989 or 1990, somewhere around there, maybe a little bit later. Now, even though this doesn't have the Nintendo tape or the shrink-wrapped factory seal around it with the H seam, which, yes, I'm familiar with, all of the games back in the day had H seams, what I'm thinking is potentially that this was shipped to a store like, Sears, a mom and pop shop, Target, who knows? And one of them decided, hey, this isn't wrapped. Let's put some tape on it so that way nobody opens it. Or maybe a parent put tape on the sides of it. Or maybe it was a return. Maybe someone bought this, they said it didn't work, or they said it wasn't what they wanted, but they opened it. So the store taped it and put it back out on the shelf. Maybe that's the deal. So I want to find out if this Game Boy is brand new or if it's beat to heck and looks like it should have been recycled. So we're gonna crack it open. I am so terrified to do this. It's kind of like opening up a Pokemon booster box, but not. It's like my own personal booster box because I don't know what's in here. So now the thing, before I open it quick, so this, let's take a look at the front here and the back and everything. So on the front here, it actually says that there's a system included, and this is like, I believe this was the original style bundle, where it came with a Tetris game pack, there's headphones in here, a link cable for multiplayer, and then 4 AA batteries, which I'm very excited to see if those are corroded or if they're just fine. Well, I'm nervous, but... And then on the back here, it kind of shows the Game Boy, the headphones, the game pack up there, the link cable. It shows a couple kids gaming, but the funny, this picture, the kid is like looking at the girls, he's screen peeking on her Game Boy. Like, you're only supposed to do that in FPSs. Like, this, what are you doing, kid? You're gonna get wrecked. Also, I want to point out, this is clean, and it gives me faith that there is something legit in here. There is like a little like dig right on the front of the box there. Oh, you can kind of see it right there. See how the glare and the light catches it right there? It's like a puncture almost, but it's not all the way through, which I'm appreciative of because then the box still looks really nice on the shelf. All right, so I got my girlfriend's fancy box cutter. Here it goes. Moment of truth. Oh gosh. I almost cut the box. Gotta be so careful. This is a brand new box cutter too, so a new blade. So it's very tough. It's very sharp. Alright. This hurts! This hurts! Alright. Oh no, I've been bamboozled! There's literally hair in the box! Are you kidding me? Okay, I don't know if we can see that here. There is legitimate hair. There is fuzz in this box. I mean, so maybe it could still be a return thing. It could still just be that. Alright, let's flip it open. Batteries, headphones, game, manual, Game Boys. That's what we're looking for. Okay. Just been sitting on it this whole time. Well, that's sweet. Okay. So I never knew that they had like a layer on the top there like that. That's pretty cool. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. Oh my god, what a... No, it is so used. Oh. Oh. Gosh. I've been so had. Well, everything is here. Everything is here, but it is not. Wait, I don't even think the paperwork is here though, unless if it's underneath the Game Boy. Okay. I shouldn't be mad. I really shouldn't be. This is what you get for buying a factory sealed Game Boy at a garage sale. I just like, it's good, it's fun, it's nice to trust. It's nice to believe in humanity from time to time. Maybe he thought it was factory sealed. Maybe he's had it for a long time. Maybe the person that he got it from is the one who swindled him. I'll never know, but here it is. Okay, so the link cable looks like it was never used. It's there. There it is. I'm so upset now, but I'm gonna power through this. So the link cable is here. Tetris is also here, and it's in a little clamshell still, just like I would hope. Yeah, this is so played. It got played like real good. So here are the headphones. Those look... Oh, those are brand new. It's like semi-sealed. Oh, this is great. And then the Game Boy, look at that. I don't even know if you can really, how well you can see that. But there's a cat hair or something right on the top there. There's dust underneath the lens, like I was saying. There's scratches all over it. It's like way more scratched even than this one. There's manuals, but they're beat to heck. And there's corroded batteries in the system! Oh, gosh! I don't get upset very often about things like this. You know, you win some, you lose some. Here is the Game Boy itself in all of its glory, in all of its scratched up, tarnished, brand new condition. I really thought I was gonna be able to make like the coolest unboxing of the year. I will say, this is a very early model Game Boy. So here's the one that I was showing off earlier, right? So the serial number on the back here actually has a barcode. It's a bigger number. It's G710 is what it starts with. And this one does not have a serial number. And it actually has, it's G046 are its first 4 characters. And so it's definitely an early Game Boy, but darn it, I've really been bamboozled. So this Game Boy also came with, like I said, some manuals. Here's the Tetris manual and the original Game Boy system manual. And then there's a little slip in here that says how to like insert cartridges and how to adjust the contrast dial, which like, yeah, if you ever get a Game Boy, by the way, and the contrast, like if it turns on and like sound works and everything and like the screen just looks off, just remember that there's a contrast dial on the side here, right on the other side of the volume knob. And same thing on the Game Gear. Like when I was a kid, I bought a Game Gear from a garage sale, and that one was not brand new or sealed. But I didn't realize what was wrong with it, and it was just the dial. We figured it out. All right, well, I guess I should, I'm gonna show you these batteries. Never leave batteries in something for too long, or they get all icky and gross. Here, hold on. Ah, corrosion right on the table. Wonderful. Oh! It just keeps getting better. Let's put some batteries in this thing and see if it works now. So we're gonna pop these 4 batteries in here, pull out Link's Awakening. Look at this, by the way. Original Game Boy games always came in like these cool like plastic hard shells, which plastic is bad for the environment, so we don't always have to rely on that totally. But it's nice because it helped keep like the form factor of the cases a lot better than when they just switched to doing all cardboard. But I don't have complaints about it. I just think these things are cool. So we're gonna pop the Legend of Zelda right in there. And so we have some fresh batteries in here, so let's check it out. Volume on. Oh, it works. The contrast, though. Look at that! The contrast was so off. Oh, is there even anything happening? Oh, it's the... I actually can't see anything. Oh, there we go. Let's get to the title screen. Hey, it does work. Yay! So even though it's not brand new, it still works. Let this be a lesson to anyone out there. If you're ever out hunting for video games and you're thinking about buying something that seems like a deal that's too good to be true, question it. Listen to those inner thoughts that you have and let them talk you out of it. Or at least do some more digging into it. Ask the gentleman who's selling a factory sealed Super Nintendo if he has an X-ray machine laying around, so you can throw it through that and see if it actually still looks brand new, or if it's even in there. You don't want to spend a bunch of money on a Game Boy and find out that it's not legit. I wish this video was staged. I would feel a lot better right now, but it wasn't. It was real. Well, even though that outright pretty much sucked for me, it was still fun to open it up on camera instead of me sitting on it forever thinking that it was a factory sealed Game Boy. I'd like to give a real thanks to all the people on Facebook. There were some Game Boy forums and some Nintendo forums that I posted about in when I originally got this, just to gain some more information, get some questions answered, find out if this was potentially legit or not. But there were a lot of people that told me, gave me the ideas. Maybe this was a return. Maybe it was a factory, or maybe it was wrapped by a mom and pop shop. You never know how things were dealt back then. But yeah, let this be a lesson for not only me, but for anyone else out there watching. If you're gonna buy something expensive like this, I think I got a little excited with buying it. I didn't really realize the tape on the sides was not the factory norm, and but here we are. It still was kind of a fun time, and I definitely learned something. Feel free to let us know in the comments down below if you'd like to see us unbox more weird, old, risky stuff like this. And as always, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more content like this, then why don't you go ahead and unbox that subscribe button. But when you do, remember that someone else has already subscribed to it once before. Could have been us, could have been you, could have been your neighbor. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm Zian from Nintendo Life. Stay safe out there, and we will see you next time.